And we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back aboard the good airship Hopium. I'm your host, SnappyDude, and today, host, captain, I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter. Let's get going. It's a fun day. I have a day off, so we're gonna play some Gigantic. I don't know how long I'll be on for. Probably quite a while. We're gonna start with some Rush. Just get warmed up. Let me see who's on. If anybody's on, real quick. I want to make sure that nobody's on before I run away into the wilds of. Well, apparently that's not going to work. What the fuck? All I want to do is bring up my friends list. Why you gotta be like that? Oh, I bet it's putting it on my third screen. Oh well. Whatever. Maybe I can do it this way. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is up with Steam right now. It's being dumb, I guess. Well, fuck Steam. You know what? We will do... You know what? We'll just do some matches. Fuck it. Let's get going. I was gonna try to invite Gerhard to be that chill guy. This is my warm-up match of the day. So last night, this pissed me the fuck off. I'm gonna be honest about this. Last night, I was like, I should stream, but I wasn't feeling super good, and I was like, I don't want to stream if I don't feel good. So I was like, let's just play Gigantic, though. Gigantic is out. I want to take advantage of it. I'm going to play every minute I fucking can. So, I hop on. I'm like, let's just play some warm-up matches. Some real basic fucking warm-up matches. Then we'll see if I want to stream. I was pretty sure I wasn't going to stream, but I was like, let's see. And I shit you not, I had three fucking games in a row where I did not die. 3 fucking games in a row. And then I was like, the first game I was like, it's a fluke. It sucks that I didn't have that recorded anywhere, but whatever. Second game, fucking it happens again. No deaths. I was like, fucking jeez Louise. I'm like, this never fucking happens when I'm on stream. Third fucking game, it happens. I was like, okay, we're gonna start recording shit because... So I threw on record, and I saved all my matches after that. So 3 games in a row, no deaths. And I get to the third game, and I'm like... I'm feeling pretty good, right? Like, I'm like, okay. This is awesome. We're doing great tonight. Let's start recording. So I throw on record for my 4th game. We got fucking stomped. I didn't do too bad. I did best on my team, but Jesus Christ, I was so fucking, I was over it. I was like, man, are you fucking serious? I had like 2 games in a row where I got stomped after that. Then I had some good games. I had some great games with fucking Beckett. I have a Beckett game we're going to upload for match of the day for yesterday. And now we're going to figure out what my match of the day for today is going to be. We're going to play. I'm probably going to die. But one thing I hate about Xenobia is she has so little fucking mobility. I'm going to go back here because I feel like it's slightly safer. I pushed up too much, and I didn't realize they had fallen down. Man, I might have to switch to like Mozu or Beckett. I think we have a Beckett on our team though, don't we? We had a Beckett on our team. They just that we're just not doing enough range damage compared to what they're doing. Two kills, 0 deaths. Should have died. Should have died. Definitely should have died that one time. I kind of figured that Wu was gonna chase me back in here. Fuck. Let's get on the right here. Fuck. That HK is just fucking it up. Man, of course they all run past when I don't have anything. Everything's on fucking refresh. Ah. There we go. Fuck yeah. God damn. I don't know how much I did to the Guardian. I did some stuff to the Guardian. Fuck yeah, though. Kicking ass, 3-1.
Everything beneath me.
I consider it a good rush game if I get over 10 kills because rush is just so short. If you're playing against good people on rush, it's really hard to... Ah! Fuck, I'm gonna die. That was a waste of my whatever the big AoE thing is. Let's regen some health real quick. Oh, it's still gonna say I'm in combat. That's dumb. Where did Titan go? Ah, shit. Oh, Granny for the fucking save. Oh, thank you, Granny. Respect your fucking elders. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Looks like we're up here. I'm gonna go over here on the left side again. Ah, an assist. Everybody fucking left me. Ah, another assist, motherfuckers. Let's let everything come back. Well, we can rush up in here with full skills. Oh, can we do it? Can we do it this time? Oh. 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 Ah. Ah, shit. You know what's stupid? All my regulars are probably asleep right now. God damn it. Gerhard was on, like, right before I went to fucking... Yeah, fuck yeah, we got it. I like it, we have a granny and they have a granny. I'm actually surprised how many people are playing granny. I don't remember in the original that many people playing in like OG days. I don't remember people playing granny nearly as often as I see it now. I think every now and then you'd run into one, but... Don't chase, don't chase, don't chase, don't chase. I don't know which of my builds I'm on right now. Oh, come on. This is the time we win. Oh, Rucker fucking did it before I got over there. Son of a bitch. That was a good match, though. When I died? Twice? I think twice. I think it was twice. No, it would have been 3 times, because I died once that wasn't during a rampage, and then the other 2 times I died were during a rampage, so I think I died 3 times. I don't know if I actually... Let's see if I counted that right in my head. Most badges earned. Earned 12 badges. 5 kills, 2 deaths. I only died twice. Oh, I thought I died during that other rampage. Fuck yeah. 22,000 damage. Not the best, but not the worst game I've ever had. Pretty good. 5 and 2. Let's go back to the main menu. I'm going to try to see if I can figure out how to invite Gerhard real quick. Let's see. He's probably asleep. Invite crew. Invite gigantic friend. I'm just gonna guess this means he's off. Oh, I wonder if I turn it on, if I can invite... I wonder if that'll work. I wonder if I can invite Gerhard. Let's see. Since Steam doesn't want to show me if he's alive. Let's see. Let's turn off my hero preferences. Let's turn off. Let's just do melee DPS. I want ranged DPS is what I want. Support. Maybe we'll play a Vidasi game. Okay, we got our people selected. it kind of bothers me that like the role and hero preference thing is the little icons in this part of the screen don't actually reflect what you've actually picked. Because I definitely don't have Pako or... Oh, Pako is selected. Why? Oh, because he's support. Okay. I was going to say, why is Margrave on there? I don't want this on there. The rest of this I don't mind. I honestly don't mind any of these characters. Even Pako, because he's cute. Let's go. I'm going to assume that means Gerhardt's not coming, so we're just going to go. You've entered... Oh, I don't want to play with crossplay, unless Gerhardt's coming. Now we're going to go back in. That's interesting, though. I didn't know you couldn't invite people on the other consoles / PC if you weren't playing with crossplay. You learn something new every day. Let's go see... Man, there's just not... Every time, man, I will sit here for 5 fucking minutes, do absolutely nothing but talk or fucking stare into fucking space. Soon as I'm like, oh yeah, I have gold I can go spend, and I wander off, of course, every fucking time, that's when I find a match. This is why I don't ever get to spend my gold on stream. It just builds up until I get off. There's a joke in there somewhere about me getting off and building up. You can make it if you want. I'll leave it up to you. God damn it! Oh well. We found a match pretty quick, so that counts. It kind of saddens me that you don't get it, like, because your, like, player icon that you get to select for your, like, player profile is almost meaningless, because it only shows up when you're in the party, and it shows up to you in, like, a couple of menus, and it shows up when you're in a party, and those are the only times you see it. You don't see it in match, ever. You don't see it in match, just ever. I kind of want to play somebody that I haven't played, like, since the game came back out. But I also don't want to do bad, so... I don't know. Let's see how our shit shakes down. Man, do I want to play Charnock? Let's play Beckett. I don't have a lot of Beckett on stream. And I did really good with Beckett last night. Let's do that. And, oh, is it going to kick me out of the match? See, these are the only glitches I've gotten in this, is like weird shit. Like, menu stuff is the only actual Darius job. Man, I should have gotten on earlier. Man, now I'm sad, because I know Gerhard was online playing stuff earlier when I came back from doing chores the first time. Oh, this sucks. shit. Heal me, Mr. Tree. Oh, thank God. Dice them backwards. Damn it. I thought I was back far enough that they weren't going to pay attention to me and that maybe they'd focus on somebody else. I got one kill, though. One kill, one death. We'll take it. I didn't, you know... No positive, no negative gain there. We're at a 0. I might change my crit build. I kind of like my crit build more. I don't know why. I just tend to do better with it. Son of a bitch. Why aren't we all over here? Just assisting out the ass. It's every time. Every time I stream, all my kills turn into it. I don't stream, and I'll go like 15-0 every fucking game. And I get on the stream, and it's like, fucking, nah, you're just gonna get 800 assists. Shit, didn't mean to do that. That was a panic focus. I didn't mean to do that. Shit. Everybody else is falling back, so I'll fall back. God damn it. Oh, man. Assist again. Hey, we collected the power, so that's something. I helped with something. I know it's really low, and I don't really get how I can fix that. Unless I sit, like, way up here. Because there's no reason it should be low. It's not showing that it's low, so I don't know why it's low. It's just coming out low. It's something I'm trying to fix. I keep fucking with it. Thank you for telling me. I noticed it was low because I was watching my last stream. It's right here. Like, it's literally like a foot from my face. I don't know why. If I wasn't in this, if I wasn't recording, if I wasn't like on this program, it wouldn't be low. It would be insanely fucking high. That's what I don't get. It's something that OBS is doing with, because of the stream. It's being really weird with a lot of my settings, and I don't understand why it's doing what it's doing. And Jesus. Oh, it's all assists. Oh, Sub-Drone. Pizza Face. Let me try to fuck with it again. Because, like, the little audio slider thing's all the way up, so it should be as loud as it can go. I can fuck with this. Where's the fucking hello, 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 hello. Is that better? Hello, 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 hello. Is that better than it was? Man, what did I do that game? 119. I got 9 fucking assists. Every time, man. I tell you, I get on stream, and it's all just fucking assists. If I wasn't on stream, it would be like 20 fucking kills. It wouldn't be 20 fucking kills, but it would be not on Rush anyway. It wouldn't be that on Rush, but it would be, you know, I get on and I play on stream, and it's all just assists all day. Last night I had 4 games where I had 0 kills. I had like 10 kills and like 0 deaths in Rush. And fucking, I get on here, shutouts. I get stomped into the ground. How are you doing today? I think that turned it up a little. I think. It seems to be louder now. It's so touchy, though, and I don't know why. Like, if I recorded this same thing in the thing I use to edit videos, it would be so loud. Not too bad. I have the day off, so, I was planning on getting on earlier, and I was planning on getting on last night, but I wasn't feeling very good. Oh, I wanted to switch to my Stone Relic, and I wanted to switch to my Excelsior guns. And let's do Lightning. Bow, bow, bow. Beckett is black. Haha. But no, I'm not doing too bad. I don't know. Maybe I'll feel risky today because I might stream for quite a while today. So who knows? I say that and I'll stream for like an hour and get tired of it and get off. But no, I took off the weekend to play Gigantic, so that's what we're gonna fucking do. Is we're gonna play Gigantic. So I don't have to be at work. Fridays aren't ever bad at my job anyway because Fridays are not busy. So we supply another place, and Fridays. They don't work Fridays. They have the place we supply. It has a 4-day work week, and we have a 5-day work week. So on Fridays, we're basically just doing stuff for Monday. So it's always dead anyway. So I don't mind not being there on a Friday. We probably would have gone home early anyway because it's slow season and we're not busy on Fridays. So if I should have taken off Monday because, oh, I got first blood. That makes up for all those assists I didn't get. You stupid fucking frog, get out of my face. So I don't mind not being there on a Friday. It's slow anyway. I don't know. It would have been nice because on Fridays a lot of times is when I get ahead for the week. The next week. I don't know why 2 of you need to be. So it kind of sucks because it means I won't be ahead. Because the person who's gonna cover for me in my area today is
I know they're not gonna do a lot because they flat out told me that. So that sucks because I'll probably go in and be behind. It might be. I didn't realize, I was watching SoFetch's stream last night, and he was looking at some of the skins, and he knows a lot, like, he's got a lot better grasp of what all the skins were from before. Sweet. And he was showing off a new, Rutger skin that was like Rutger wearing a hat, and he definitely said he did not like it. He also said that there's another Rutger skin that's apparently done that they just didn't put in the game, and he said he liked that one a lot more and he wished they had just used that one. Do. Got away. Now I have to figure out that Griselma that you're looking at. Is it this one, the one that's on my team? Let's look at her skin. She's got a little hat on. It's like Winter Granny. I don't know. Is that new from before? I don't... Like, it's really hard for me, especially with the characters I didn't play, because it's like... I don't know. I didn't ever look at their skins. Did we push them out of the... I'm gonna die. This is where I die. Whoa. Oh, zig and zag, zig and zag. Oh my god, I should be dead. She has a whipped cream thing on her head. Tasty. I was saying this earlier before you got in here. I think this is the most I have ever played with Granny in the history of me playing this game. I don't remember people playing Granny that often in OG Gigantic. Like, occasionally I'd run into one, but... Yes! Oh, man. That was an assist. Lame. Oh, that's bullshit. They had to be so low. I couldn't even see their fucking health bar, and I did 25 fucking damage. Oh my god. The white and purple one? Oh, I didn't know you played Granny that much. I think she's neat. I've never really played her. She's one of those characters that I want to play, and then I'm like, do I play the character that I know I'm going to do good with, or do I play the character that I want to try? And I'm always like, nah. I always lean towards the characters that I'm comfortable with. I'm such a creature of habit. Like, 3 kills, 0 deaths, 7 assists. I'll take it. It's like, it's not even the best game ever, but I'll take it. 0 deaths is 0 deaths, man. You don't get every game like that. This guy got 0-0-0 because he disconnected. I'll take it, though. 0 deaths is 0 deaths. Whether, you know, I do great or not. I did okay. That's cool, though. But she's one of those characters that I think when it was first out, I didn't really... I don't know. Her and Sven just weren't my thing, design-wise. But I think as time has passed, I'm kind of like, I would like to play both of them. And then I'm just like, but I can play Mozu or Beckett, and I know I'm going to do halfway decent. It's one of those things. I'm a creature of comforts. I forgot I need to leave my phone up because I'm waiting on a message. I'm going to be able to see it when it comes in. Oh. Who do we have? What? I don't, is it just default me to Mozu? Is that why Mozu is orange? Yeah. Okay. I hate Sven's design. I really do. Oru's one of those characters that I like to play, and I like his design, but I know I'm not good with him. Like, I know there's people that are infinitely better at him because they understand. Like, Oru has so much shit that, like, plays off one another. Like, his moves are so interconnected that it's like, I know I don't use his moves, like, the best. That, like, I probably use this move and move A and move B in, like, the wrong order. And if I put them in the right order, it would drastically improve my ability to play as him. But, man, I do like him. And I uploaded a great old match just the other day where I went however many kills with him, like 15 kills and a couple deaths or whatever the fuck I had. Man, we just... I'm pretty sure more than one person collecting does not affect collection speed. So I don't know why people do it all the time. It's just a waste. Like, that Margrave should have been back there, like, fucking tanking. Get away from me, you silly cat. And then maybe I wouldn't be dying. It's funny that I kind of turned that around on that fucking... Damn it, I died. That was my bad. Oh, man. You know, and if you would ask me in the first 30 seconds of this match who was going to win, I would have said us, because we were doing really good. And then it feels like we've all just kind of gone in different directions, and none of us are together. I overcame my fear of playing Beckett, I did. I did, sir. I had some, like I said, I had some fucking banger games last night before I got on. Then I didn't get on before I started recording. I recorded some stuff last night even though I didn't get on. And, man, I'm gonna die. I recorded some... I switched to my other custom. Before I got on, I had like three games in a row where I had 0 deaths. It was fucking awesome. And then that all went to shit. I like how people in this mode drop health orbs. It's really nice. It kind of keeps the action flowing because then you don't have to like run back and heal. Fuck yeah, take that. I don't think that's gonna hit fucking anybody, but... Let's whip out my rocket rifle. Ah! Okay, there's ground there. Thank God. I didn't know there was actually ground there when I jumped. So that was just kind of, See, when we're rolling as a squad, we're not doing too bad. It's when we're getting split up that it's just murdering us. I have this grenade out. Assist spree, because of course I'm streaming, so assist all day. It's all that happens. How does this Ash keep getting behind us? I feel like something changed. Beckett's grenades are just so wonky sometimes. I don't want to say something changed because they were probably that wonky before, but... Where'd he go? Yay, follow me around and don't go kill our guardian. Considering how we're just, like, dominating the team fights, I really thought we would be... I really thought we would be... Yeah, that's right, right? Like all my teammates when I stream are probably super happy. That's probably why Gerhard plays with me all the time, is because he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get all these kills off Snappy's assists. Fuck yeah, there's a kill. No, they're gonna get that. I don't have a grenade to push them off it. We need an edge. Oh, this will be a rampage. Prepare to attack. Gerhard secretly hates me. He's just like, man, I get a lot of kills because Snappy does all the assisting. He was on earlier before I got on. I was so mad. I was like, I got some chores I need to do on my day off, so let's do those and then we'll get on. And now I'm like, man, I should have just got on. I should have just got on. Could have played with Gerhard. It would have been great. How did I do that match? A D. Glad I got a D. It's probably all my fucking assists. Also, I don't know how much guardian damage I did. Not a lot. Not probably. I don't think I did as much as some people. I earned ranked mode. That's not actually out yet. Longest lifespan. I lived for 5 minutes. I did 30k damage though. Jesus Christ, that's good. 6, 2, 12. 6, 2, 12 and 30k damage. 1.23 guardian damage. So I did the second most guardian damage on my team. I did the first most damage on my team. You know, I'll take it. Fuck yeah. This is a good match. They have the modes locked behind level tiers. I assume so that you get enough experience to not be like they don't want people who have never played Gigantic before getting into ranked. So that's locked at 9. I think that was 19 that I just hit. It's 19 or 20 is ranked. Clash is 10. It only takes like a couple of hours to earn Clash. You start with just Rush, but you get Clash at I think 10. Coming soon. Yeah, and you can't play ranked until... It sucks. In some ways it sucks. Like for me as somebody who has played this game before, it sucks. Cuz you're like, "Oh man, I just want to play Clash or whatever." I might actually play some Clash later. I wonder if it'll let me just play Clash. Or if it's going to do that dumb shit where it did yesterday where it was like, "Ooh, there's a matchmaking error." Doodle 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 doo. Before I restart the game real quick. What did I want? I wanted... Oh, I don't have enough to buy this yet. I really want this Acolyte of Avarice one. How many hours did I play in the original Gigantic? I don't know because all of it was 99% of it was on the original was on Xbox, and Xbox at that time I don't think there was a way to check. Now I think there might be a way. Back then I don't think there was. I really want this Avarice skin. It's fucking... Either of these are sick. I like them. This one I like more because it's like... The like cloth at the bottom looks more like mummy wrappings, and I think that's neat. This just looks like black. Black. It could be, you know... It's probably cloth, but, you know... This just gives more of a cloth vibe, a mummy vibe. I like it. Quick play. Yeah, it's gonna make me do the thing. Let's go to this screen real quick while I restart stuff. Quit. Play. Now we can come back. Ah, there I am. Hi everybody, I'm back. Welcome to the stream. My name is SnappyDude. Like, subscribe wherever you're at, and maybe I'll eat a burrito on stream someday. Nobody wants to see that. Oh, I wish I knew. I don't know. Probably a lot. Probably not as many as like a lot of people. Like, I don't know. I kind of went back and forth with it. I don't think I realized how much I liked the game until it was gone. So, while I did play it a lot, like, I didn't probably play it as much as I should have, knowing how much I liked the game. We'll just do quick play. Quick play, I figured this out. Once you unlock Clash, It seems like quick play it throws you into a random game. It could be either Clash or it could either be Rush. Because it threw me in like 6 Rush games in a row the one night, and then it threw me in a Clash game. So that's neat. Like now I think there's a way to like go on. There's like game like profiles for the game, and I think you can go look at it. But I don't know if that was an option at the time. I don't know if there's another way to track that. I mean, it might show now, like now that the menus are better, it might like retroactively show me. You know what I realized the other day, and I think this is awesome. Let's say this game does really well. Let's say they decide to do DLC. Gearbox owns this game. If they're re-releasing this, I assume they have no intention of re-releasing Battleborn. Could we get, and this is my fanboy, my wildest fantasy dreams, if we got DLC characters for this game, it would be fucking sick if we could get like a DLC pack of like Battleborn characters. I would love that so much. Oh my god, it'd be so great. Like, I would love to have Battleborn back. Probably more than this game sometimes. I think I liked Battleborn more than this game sometimes. I think they're both great in their own ways, and I like them both about the same. But, like, how sick would it be if we got that? That'd be so awesome. I was thinking about that the other day, because I was like... I was talking to somebody, and I was saying, you know... when they decided to bring back Gigantic, like Gearbox owns that. I assume there was probably some internal. I assumed when Gigantic was gone, I assumed Gigantic was gone because of how small it was. I just didn't think it would ever come back. I thought there was a better chance that we would get Battleborn 2 before we would ever see Gigantic again in any way, because I know that there are people at Gearbox who have talked in interviews about how they would like to do something with Battleborn again. And I believe I read somewhere, I think that the who is it, 2K published that game, that 2K had like partial rights to the game until like 2022 or something, or 2024 or something. And so when they decided to re-release this, so I didn't ever see this coming. I thought we'd get Battleborn 2 or something like that maybe someday. But when they re-released this, I thought, you know, Gearbox owns this and they own Battleborn, and I doubt they would ever release both at the same time because they'd just cannibalize each other and neither of them would have players, right? Like, it's like, why doesn't Activision release, you know, another modern shooter every year next to Call of Duty? Because it just wouldn't make sense. Where did the enemy go? And so I was like, you know, oh, we're playing Clash, that's why. Oh, I have never played Clash on this map. This is gonna be interesting. And I thought, okay, so they're not gonna release both. If they've made the decision to release Gigantic, they must believe in Gigantic more. But maybe if Gigantic really takes off, we could get some, like, Battleborn characters, and I'm like, that would be fucking sick. I want, like, Miko, the fucking mushroom guy. I want fucking... Oh, man, it'd be so sick. I want, like, fucking Galea again. Pendles would be sick. Pendles versus Kajir matches. Oh, that'd be so awesome. They're very similar. They're both like snakes and assassins. Oh, man. I think something's wrong with that CAD door because I can't hit him. Oh, I think something's wrong with the whole match. Everybody's walking in place. Did we get disconnected? No, but we must be lagging hardcore or something. Snappy's gonna go hide since we're all lagging. I don't know what's going on. Wrath would be awesome. Just like, oh man, there's like, I don't even know who I would pick. Like, there's characters I definitely wouldn't pick. But there's so many characters I'd want to pick too. Like, I'm just like, oh man. Like, is it Montana, the big guy with the minigun? That would be fucking awesome. I didn't even play him that much, but like, I think he'd be a fun character to have in Gigantic. What is going on with this lag? Jeez Louise, this is bad. Wrath is the guy with the 2 katanas, right? I'm not wrong about that. I can't like some of their names. Like I don't remember. I'm not remembering like super well. Yay, I killed their creature. Yeah, see, he was my main. Like, it was like him, Galea, and Miko were like my mains. I wish I had more of my... I don't have any... The shitty part is I played Battleborn a lot. Like, I was like hard into Battleborn when it first came out. But that was like way before I started streaming. And like, I just couldn't record games back then online, and so it was like, it sucks because I wish I had, like, when I played Battleborn all the time, I had some really good matches, and I don't have any of them recorded. And I wish I did sometimes, just for nostalgia. Like, I'd like to go back and watch it, and it's like, it's just not there because I don't have it. God damn you. This lag is just killing me, man. People are like juping and jiving all over the map. This is such a weird spot for this wall, and it just looks goofy as shit there. Damn it. But he was... I loved Wrath. It was like, I started with Miko because I wanted to play support real weird. Like, for the longest time before I started playing this game and that, I was way more into playing support characters when I played games. Like, if me and my friends played an MMO or an RPG, a lot of times I would be the healer because that was just something that I gravitated towards. A lot of times my friends were a lot better at games than I was, so like, a lot of times it made a lot more sense in most games for them to be like the attackers and to be doing like the stuff that required high skill ceiling. And is Alani the water lady, the like support lady with like water moves who they added, who was like, I think the first, was it she the first DLC character for that game? Why did they put a... You know what? I'm not going to question why they put a pillar there, but... No. I'm not used to this map's layout. Protect my shield. Yeah, the water mage. Yeah. Ah, man, I'm surprised I remember these names half as well as I am remembering them. Yeah, she would, like, there's so many of them that I'm like, if you just tweaked them a little bit. Need to get across the map. I'm not even gonna get over here in time to do anything. Oh, nobody's over here. It's lagging again. What the fuck? This is driving me bonkers. The stream's not lagging though, right? Like I'm pretty sure it's just this game. But there's so many characters in there that it's just like, oh man, that'd be cool. Like, but yeah, so I started playing Miko on there because I was like, well, I'll be like the like support character because that's what I wanted to do, and I like that character a lot. But then I started playing Wrath for some reason just because I thought he was kind of cool, and that I think is what got me hooked on the game because I was just super into Wrath for a while. Man, oh wow, I haven't spent any of my upgrades. I forgot I have auto upgrades turned off. And so when I come into this mode, it doesn't, wow. Oh, shit. This lag is kind of wicked. Oh, man. Double hero kill, even with the lag. King of the Mountain. I don't know what King of the Mountain badge is. I'm assuming it's something like defend your guardian, get a double kill, or I don't fucking know. Hey, it worked. I escaped. That's all that matters. This layout is just different enough that it's really fucking annoying. That sucks. I don't like this menu nearly as much. How you run that menu with controls now is really not intuitive at all. Like, I don't know why they changed the control scheme for that, but it's the dumbest shit ever. I don't know. Did you ever figure out why he, like... Did he ever give, like, a solid reason for why he, like, decided to quit doing YouTube? I'm just curious. I don't remember... I know you remember saying he, like, checked... I thought you said he checked in and was like, I'm fine, it's all good, I just took this stuff down. I assume it's just because the Paragon stuff didn't take off and he was just kind of bummed by it. Because I totally get that, because as somebody who streamed Gigantic and, like, this was, like, my main game... When this game died, it's so hard when this game wasn't here to make content, because I just didn't care about anything as much. I think that's the reason and I was talking about this with a friend the other day. I said, you know, I don't think I could ever be a full-time YouTuber, because the only thing I'd really want to make content for is stuff that I really have a passion for. And I don't think I could just game hop every 2 years when a game went offline. Like, if I can play one game for, like, a while, that's great. But, like, if Gigantic went offline again, I don't know what I would want to play. Like, yeah, if something came out, that'd be great, but... Ah, shit. He hit me with that freaking cripple thing. Yeah, see, and I totally get that, because it's like, man, if you're not... Like, that's why I don't, like, sometimes, and I don't want to, like, do I want weakness or cripple? Let's go with weakness. It's just, it's so hard. Like, I don't want to say that I think all gaming YouTubers are, like, not passionate about the games they cover, but I really don't feel... I feel like a lot of them are a lot more fake than people think they are. Because when you really, really, really like a game, it is really, really hard to switch and find passion for another game. And, like, some of those guys just jump around, like, every other week. But yeah, I totally believe that. It would be hard. It would be like if somebody remade Gigantic and was like... It was just like a shittier version of Gigantic. Do these not give healing anymore? They used to give healing. And it was better than this, whatever the fuck this is. This sucks. Which, I mean, that's kind of what Project Stamina was. Oh, that's cool. That the boat just catches on fire. This match would be a lot easier to play if it wasn't laggy as fuck. Like, I don't even know where enemies are because they just teleport around the screen so much. Like, I'll be in an area alone and then somebody just, like, spawns in next to me and it's like, what the fuck? This is the laggiest game I think I've played. I think the only other game that came close to this I got kicked out of. Like, I don't think the match even went through. I wonder if I'm on, like, a foreign server. Like, I wonder if I'm on, like, the Asia server or something. Man, this game is just... I have 4 kills, and it's been a struggle for everyone. Oh, man. Couldn't you just kill Gren that time? Why did you have to kill us? You should have just went and killed Gren. Oh, and I can't switch characters. I was like, well, if we're this fucked, maybe I'll just switch and play, like, Pako or something, and I forgot. This is Clash. I can't do that. Damn it. If I had gotten that full thing off, he would have died. Oh, man. I should have teleported behind him and then fucking launched my... You always think of the strategy after you die. That's how it works. There he is, though. Only 2 of us remain. That's wonderful. Oh, let's be on guard, guys. We're about to get whomped. He didn't have a health bar. What the fuck was up with that? This is stupid, because they're just drawing it out. They're not even focusing on the Guardian. Oh, this is so annoying. It's so laggy. Oh my god. How does that guy on our team have double the efficiency of anyone else, and he has some of the worst stats on our team? That was brutal. Do I want to look for... He's never had a team do less. Dude, he didn't do that much better than me. He actually did worse than me. He died more than me. He got 2 more assists than me. But I did more damage than him. I did almost 8k more damage than him. I did 18 Guardian damage, which is more than anybody else on our team. I don't know if you could hear that, but that Rugger was bitching about... that Rugger was bitching about, I don't think you guys can hear that, but that Rugger was bitching about how we lost. It's weird. He sounded like he was from America, so I don't know why this game was so laggy. But yeah, he said, I've never had a team do less. But it's like, man, he didn't do any... Like, this Ramsey did pretty good. This Ramsey got 8 kills and 5 deaths. If the Ramsey bitched, I would have been like, okay. You did good, dude. You got less deaths than anybody on our team. You got more kills. You got twice as many kills as anybody else on our team. You know? But... Man... I think a lot of it was... I don't know. Maybe I wasn't the only one. Yeah, I didn't think you guys... I'm pretty sure I have it set up so you guys can't hear it. And that was kind of the intention. I didn't want you guys... I don't want this stream to have to listen to people like that when I'm in game, so... I can hear it. He said, I've never had a team do less. I think he said, fuck, I've never had a team do less. Rah! And then he left. And he was really loud and obnoxious in the way he said it. And I was just like... Maybe there's just some server issues going on because the, because of the, I'm not even going to switch the thing. You guys can see all the games I played. There you go. I bought Time Splitters 2 and downloaded it. Don't judge me. It's awesome. It's like I've never had a team do less. Maybe there's server issues. Maybe that's why it was so laggy. I didn't think about that, but I did get kicked off the queue thing was screwing up, and now it's screwing up again. So maybe there's just some kind of server issue going on. But, like, we really didn't do less. Like, I hate it when, like, if you want to bitch, when you're on a team that loses, I get it. It's frustrating, like, right? Like, everybody gets emotional. Everybody, you know, has their moments where, you know, a match goes bad and you get worked up about it. But if you do the same as everyone else on your team, you do not get the right to bitch about the rest of your team. If you're that guy, like the other day, what was it? It was when I played with Gerhard. Was I playing with Gerhard, or was it the night I didn't play with Gerhard? Where I had that match where I had like I did so much better than everyone else on my team. Like I think I had like 40k damage and like I don't know how many. My kills and my deaths weren't super, super high, but I had like 40k damage. And like nobody else on my team had hardly anything. And Gerhard was like, you really carried your team. And I'm like, yeah, I fucking did. That game I could have bitched. I didn't bitch, but we lost. It happens, you know. But man, you don't get a right to bitch if you do the exact same as everyone else you're playing with. Like, he literally had almost the same stats as me, but I had 8k more damage than he did. And it's like, you don't get a bitch. And that Ramsey had 8 kills. He had twice as many kills as anybody else on our team, and he had less deaths. That Ramsey could have bitched. I would have accepted that. It's just nonsense. It's so crazy when people do that shit. I had this lady, I don't ever hardly hear women gamers bitch about anything. And you know, most of the time I play with a female. It's fine, it's great, they're nice, it's fantastic. Or they just don't come on mics because guys harass them, and I get that. I have never had a girl, I think, fucking like pipe up and tell me that, like, do that the way guys do that all the time. And I was playing Pokemon Unite like a couple months ago, and this chick, she came on the mic and she was like, we both picked different roles. Like, she picked so it's hard to explain because you probably don't know a lot about Pokemon Unite, but basically we both picked roles, and she wanted to do something that her role shouldn't have been doing. And it was more sort of a thing my role should have been doing, so I went to do it, and I did it. And at the end of the game, we both had basically the same stats. So, like, she wanted to go, it would kind of be like jungling. She basically wanted to jungle, and she wasn't a character that should have been in the jungle. Like, she was just a character that should have been in a lane. And I picked a character that was for the jungle. I had a daily quest that was like play as this character, as this type of character so many times. And so I was in the jungle and I was doing my thing. And she at the start of the match, she tried to go in the jungle, realized I was doing it, and very politely, she didn't say anything at the time, but she just went and took the lane, and which is where she should have been the whole time. And I was like, cool, we're not going to have an issue. Whatever. And oh man, that was good. Whew. I can't believe I didn't die there. He died the most. Did he die the most times on our team? I would believe that. That seems like a legitimate thing. I can't believe I just went on that little like tangent there and didn't kill anything. All right. But yeah, so it was a thing where we both queued up. I picked a jungler, she did not, and then when you can, like, request a lane you want to play in, and she requested the jungle, and I requested the jungle. And so we got into the match, and she ended up giving me the jungle. And I jungled, and I'm not, like, the best jungler on that game, it's whatever. And I did okay, and I didn't do super, super bad or anything. But we lost. We lost the match. And at the end of the match, she came on the mic. And she just starts, like, laying into me. She's like, we lost the whole match because you fucking suck and you don't know how to jungle. And blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, what the fuck is this shit? You didn't do any better than me. Our stats were basically 100% the same almost. Like, they were extremely, extremely similar. Like, there was not that big of a fucking difference in our stats. And I was just like, what is going on right now? Like, you didn't do any better than me. You do not get to, like, come on the mic and, like, But the mics are set up weird in that game. Like, you don't get a mic unless you're like... I was getting shot. I should have backed up. It was just so crazy. She was so... She was worse than that guy. Like, she really laid into me. She was like... She was like... Oh, man. She was... Oh, she was just going crazy. She's like... You fucking suck, and you fucking are the whole reason we fucking lost, and blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, oh, man, like... I'm sorry, I guess, like... I'm just like, I don't care. Like, if you yell at me and I legitimately do really bad, I guess, it's... Man, I missed her with that focus. It does. Like, why get so... Like, I don't know. I get mad sometimes, but, like... 9 times out of 10, if I'm mad, and, like... People that, like, know me in person... like, at least my close friends. I hope they... I always tell them, I'm like... Hope you guys realize... Because, like, sometimes I do have a temper, like, in real life, and I'll get worked up and stuff. And... I'm like 99.99% of the time, I am not mad at someone else. I am mad at myself. When I get worked up like that. Like, I'll sit here and I'll say, man, Snappy, you freaking suck. Like, you know, but I don't ever, like, I very rarely go off on other people and be like, you fucking suck, you're a piece of shit, you cost us the game. Like, if I get mad at the game, it's normally like, man, I sucked, I did terrible that round, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die, because Xenobia has terrible. Heal me. Man, we're not... So, like, this game, we're not doing very well at all, but... I mean, I don't think I've died that much, have I? No. 6-3. Fuck yeah, 6-3 and 13 assists. God damn. Snappy, god damn. It is. It's crazy. Like, me and my friend, I used to have a steady squad when, like, Gears of War 2 was, like, really big. I had a really steady squad that I played with all the time, and we would, we were pretty good. I was the worst person on the squad, but we played together all the time, and we were really good. We knew our comps and our strats and baba-da-baba-doos, all the ins and the outs, and we just knew that game really well. Like, we were really good at it. And, we would get, like, hate mail all the time. Like, I don't know how many like, it's kind of funny because sometimes I miss it because it's kind of fun when you get hate mail in a game and somebody's like, "You're fucking cheating, you piece of shit. You got a modded controller, or you're hacking, or this or that," and but yeah, we used to get hate mail all the time, and I always thought it was kind of like, I don't, when it's on the same team as me, it's really annoying, but when it's on the other team, it's kind of funny, I guess. And I do kind of miss that sometimes. Like, it was fun. When I was really, really good at... I was really, 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 really... Like, one of the best games I've ever been really good at was 6 kills, 4 deaths, 13 assists, 21k damage. Not the best. Not the best. We just had too many... Probably looking at our composition, we just had too much ranged characters, and, like, the only melee character we had was, like, an assassin. We were just too squishy. We needed, like, a couple tankier characters to, like, round out our build. Like, they had Zandora and, like, Ashe, and even HK has more health than, like, 90% of our people. Like, it's pretty clear they just didn't, they you know, when they pushed in, their pushes just overwhelmed us because they just had too much going on health wise. I understand why we lost. I do miss that though, but I was really, really good at Call of Duty 4. Like, Call of Duty 4 and the Shadowrun shooter were the games I was just like, I was a teenager, I was young, my reflexes were hot, my fingers weren't arthritic like they are now. And man, I dedicated my Call of Duty 4, I was really, really hardcore, really, really good at. And I'd spend hours a day practicing and like super focused, super intense, getting better at that game. And I was really, really good at it. It was one of the best people I've ever played against. I used to play in tournaments on this one website, and there was only like 3 guys that were better than me. And by the time I quit doing those tournaments, I was pretty close to their level. But I remember I went into this this lobby this one time, and these kids were in there, and they were talking all kinds of mad shit, and they were, you know, just being kids. And like I stomped them. I stomped them out, like just completely annihilated them, and they got mad and they started saying, you know, the build you're using, that's a cheap build. You're just using the word meta for gaming didn't really exist at that time, or at least it wasn't really used in that circle. But they're like, you're just using those cheap guns, the ones that have the, you know, the best stats and blah, 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 blah. It wasn't true. But I was like, whatever. I was like, so we got into the next match and I said, okay, you guys can pick my loadout. What guns do you want me to use? What perks? All that stuff. And I said, I'll use whatever the fuck you want me to use. I said, you tell me what you want me to use. I will fucking use that shit. And I said, whatever. Well, I'll do whatever weapons, whatever you want. I said, I'll still beat your fucking asses. And this is like, I mean, they're probably about my age. Like, I don't know how old they were. They didn't sound much older than me. They sounded around my age. I was like probably 16, 17. And I let them do that for like 2 or 3 games in a row. They picked my fucking everything in my kit. And man, I annihilated them. It was great. Like, oh, it was so much fun. I was like, I will beat you with any fucking thing you want me to beat you with. And I could at that game. Like, at this game, I couldn't do that. But at that game, and at that time, I just had time to practice. That's a new Oru skin. That I have not seen before. He is orange like a pumpkin. That is very cute. But it was so funny. By the time I left that match, I was so happy with myself. But back in those days, I would, especially that game, I would sit there and I would practice with every single weapon in the game, every single loadout combination. Like, I normally don't play snipers at all. And I would sit there and I would play every single day. I would sit down with a new combination. I'd sit down with snipers for a day, and I would sit down with, you know, the submachine guns, and then I would switch to assault rifles, and then I would switch to, cool. He stole our energy because you guys weren't here to help. That's awesome. But I would just switch every single day. I would play it. I would do like one game type for a whole week, and I would switch weapons every day. So one day I would use a specific sniper rifle for that whole day. The next day I would use like a shotgun for the whole day. The next day I would use a machine gun. And the reasoning for that, my logic at the time in my 16-year-old brain, was that if I can learn how to kill people with every single weapon in the game, then I know every single weapon's counter. If I can beat you with and I'll tell you what, it worked out pretty damn good. I got really, really good at that game. Because I learned how to play. I've learned how to play every single map. I learned how to play all the different game types and the flow of them. I learned all the different weapons and what their counters were. I knew if I was going to be a sniper on this map and I was going to get, you know, 20 kills in a game with that on that map, I knew where I would be. I knew where I would hide. I knew where the enemy would hide when I switched sides. Oh no, my whole team died. Ah, fucking team. Tree, what are you doing? What is going on with this tree? He's not doing anything, he's just sitting here. Is anything happening with Project Stamina? The last time I checked in on that game, and I'm surprised after my video, the one day I did, that they didn't, when I did that reaction video on stream, because that, as far as like my videos, for a while that was one of my most watched videos on this channel, and I know I was one of the only people covering that game, but I'm really surprised they didn't, ban me from that Discord. But the last time I checked in on Project Stamina, nothing was happening. What they said they were going to do is they were going to take all the money they had left, and they were going to hire a professional dev team to, like, fix all the problems that when everybody quit because certain people were bad bosses, supposedly they went into the code and they ruined the game, and supposedly they were gonna hire some professional team to fix that issue, and supposedly it was being worked on. They made some update about how it was being worked on and yada yada yada, and I think he said something about it's super shady because all the posts are like the person who was in charge who got everybody to quit is still there, which I still have a problem with. But all the posts are supposedly written by a different person, but they all sound like they're written by him in secret. Like, they just pat him on the back constantly. They're like, oh, he's such a great guy. And, like, they just sound like they're written by somebody else. And, it sounds like he's just using a pen name to write these posts. But they keep saying, like, oh, yeah, it's right on track, and we're getting it all fixed, and you know, we've decided to do the but there's been no update that shows any proof that anything has happened at all. And as far as I can tell, the game is just dead, which is a shame. I think there was the thing that I think is a shame about that is there were so many passionate people that really wanted to see some type of Gigantic come back, and so many people on that team really cared and had a vision for making a better version of Gigantic. And I think they were doing a pretty bang-up job of it until let's kill their healer. Man. And so it just kind of sucks to watch all that hard work that all those people did trying to, like, great, we have Gigantic back now, but it really sucked at the time, like, watching all that fall apart because of one guy basically being shitty and, you know, like killing so many people's dreams because, you know, he just was a bad boss, and it just sucks. Did I get that kill, or did they? No, they got it. Let's get back across the map. Let's get back across the map. The good part is they're all back there in that corner, which means I don't think most of them will get here in time to... I don't know how much damage I did, but it was a decent amount of damage, probably. I don't think I died that much either, did I? It is. But yeah, all the posts they make just sound super fishy and fake. 0 deaths. Oh man. That's how it always works. Anytime I'm like, how much did I die? I didn't die that much. And then I'm like, oh, it's 0. 507. Awesome. 26k damage. I did the second most damage on my team. That's pretty awesome. What was going on the other team? But it just sucks, man. It sucks that one guy can fuck up so many people's dreams, especially a dream they were so passionate about doing, and they were putting so much effort in, and there were so many cool character designs and stuff. But yeah, supposedly there's like a studio that worked on it and like fixed the code, and now there's people working on it. They have a programmer, and supposedly he's shopping it around to developers so that it can get published or whatever. And it all just sounds fishy. None of it sounds real. All of it sounds fake. All of it sounds like it's actually written by the same guy that ruined the project to begin with. I mean, maybe it's not. It just, like, the way they're written, they praise him left and right in those posts, and it's really fishy. Like, they praise him a little bit too much sometimes to make it sound legit. I don't know. Like, I wish it would work out. Like, I wish he had just sold the game to, like, the people that, like, all the developers that he had quit working on it. Like, he should have just sold it to them, and, like, they should all just become co-owners on it, and I think I would have loved it. But, you know, whatever. It's a shame. I think it's, like, a black eye on the community, in my opinion. Like, I know a lot of people didn't have hopes for it from the beginning, but it kind of shows, like, this toxic part of the community that I'd rather not acknowledge. That somebody who supposedly cared so much about the game could, you know, make an entire team of people quit overnight because of his you know, how he was to work for. I think that says a lot. And take this cushion out from under my ass and see if it's more comfortable without the cushion. Fourth game in a row. However many games I've found now. I don't know. I still have my Project Stem and a merch. It's all in that closet over there. I don't know if any of it fits me. I've gained some weight. But I have my... Oh, I forget what her actual name is. Her code name was Fan. The girl with like the blue clothes and like the dancer girl, and she has like the fans. I have a shirt with her on it, and I have a really nice jacket that says Project Stamina on it. In there in the closet. It's a shame. I really, especially their character. I loved their character designs. Like, I think all of them were just like fucking awesome. Like even the last guy they were working on who didn't get as far along, who was like he was some kind of mage or support character or something. He was cool looking. Like there was the fan girl. There was that like tankier character that was like inspired by Taito that had the like mace, and he had one arm and he had like a cloak over where his other arm would be, and he was freaking cool. Geist was cool. Geist was the background on my computer until like not too long ago. I still have the file saved with most of the character art from that game because the character art from that game is just sick. Like, there were some cool fucking character designs there that would have been awesome, and we've lost them forever. So, it's what it is, I guess. It just sucks. I wish that little box that says upgrades would go away since I'm at level 10. But that's probably too much to ask for. But it really annoys me seeing it down there. I guess we're all going down here. Uh-oh. That's not gonna work. There was just a lot of cool character designs. I don't know. I went on there after they announced Rampage Edition, and I didn't see any, like, updates, like, where they were like, we've decided to cancel the game because Gigantic is coming back out. I didn't see anything like that. But, I mean, that was, like, a couple days after the announcement, so I don't... There might be something there now. Well, that's fun. That's swell. It's 50-50 right now. Man, I almost killed that Xenobia, but I need to fall back and get health. Pizza Face, you're a PC player. Does the fact that this game is stuck at 60 frames per second, does that bother you that much? Oh my god, the fact that I'm alive, I have 52 health. Ah! My dimension door is down. Save me, tree. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that as a console player, though, 60 frames per second to me is, like, smooth enough that it just, like, I don't really... Anything more is great, but it's, like, not necessary. Like, 30 is a little annoying, like, because if there's, like, dips or stuff slows down, then it's like, real noticeable and, like, clunky. But, like, I don't think 60 is that bad, in my opinion. Like, I don't ever really notice 60 being an issue. Well, I don't want to be where my team's not, so we're going to go over here. Waddle, 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 waddle. Doodly 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 doo. I did die one time. That's right. I died right at the beginning. So this won't be another perfect match. I can't believe I had 3 perfect matches in a row yesterday. And then got on, started recording and nothing. That's not true. I have a really good Beckett match. I think that was the last Beckett match I did. That might have been a perfect match. Get away from me, Trip. I don't like you, Trip. And this is a close game. I feel like we're doing worse, though, than them, so I'm pretty sure we're going to lose. I don't see it turning around or anything. Whew. They didn't do that much damage, that rampage, so that's good. Oh, this happened last night. Somebody got stuck on the airship on this map, and it just kept making the, like, launching noise over and over and over anytime you went by the Guardian. It was really fucking annoying. See, these are the things that make me mad. Oh, we're a team of 4. I didn't even realize that. We're still holding our own for the most part. Thank you, HK. I really should be healing. Come on, heal up a little bit. Yeah, there's only like 3 of us anyway. I need to get out of here because there are too many people. And I am a Mozu. Did a little bit of damage, not a lot. Not a lot. There we go. I'm gonna laugh if we win this game. Woo! When we win this game 4-on-5, it's gonna be awesome. Oh, she cliffed herself. That's funny. Go around this way, pick up the health. Oh, only 2 of us remain. Man, this is like an intense match. This is fucking close. It keeps going back and forth and 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 back and forth. Ah. 2 deaths, 7 kills, 9 assists, 15% efficiency. Oh. Oh, look, Rucker's stuck in the cannon. That's great. It's kind of got a rhythm to it, don't it? I'm kind of not annoyed by it now. Man, their Vidasi is just real aggressive. She is attacking more than she is healing. If she's gonna try to do DPS, she really should just switch to another character. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yeah, my dimension door fucked up and like caught on an edge of something and I didn't teleport where I was aiming, and it's so weird because I don't understand what that glitch is. I think it's just because when he disconnected or whatever. But it's so like he's on a different cannon every time I go up there. Got that kill at the end on the... Got that Highlander kill. Oh, that was good. And that was a loss, but that's probably been my best match all day as far as, like, just general, like, gameplay. Got 400 crowns. It's not bad. I got 13% efficiency. 10 kills. 10 kills, 3 deaths, and 9 assists. I did 1.4k guardian damage. Most guardian damage on my team. And I did 30k damage, basically. Which was the second most damage on my team. It looks like it was me and that Oru and that HK were holding it down. And that cannon noise is really fucking annoying. I'm gonna get out of this lobby. But it looks like if that Ashe had been doing a little bit better, maybe we would have won, even though we were a man short. Oh, that happens. For some reason, when you win the match a lot of times... I'm leaving this queue because I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick and come back. For some reason, when you win the game, a lot of times the Guardians will disappear and then everything just kind of slow-mos for a couple seconds before it goes to the menu. I don't know why. And sometimes it's only one of the Guardians that disappears. It's really weird. But like I said, like, there's bugs. There's definitely bugs. But I don't, like, that's not game breaking. Like, Gren disappearing when you lose the match is not, like, the weirdest. Like, it doesn't affect the gameplay in any way, shape, or form. So, that's good. I'll be back in, like, 2 seconds. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Hang tight, everybody.
Huzzah! I have returned from the land of the Neverlands.
From the bathroom. And I'm wearing a different cardigan. Huzzah! I took my other cardigan off and I laid it on a chair, and then this one was closer, and I was like, oh, well, we're switching cardigans. I'm too lazy to walk 2 extra feet. No, really, I had to walk past the other one. This one was closer, though, and this one's a little bit, like, looser on my arms. And it's comfy in a different way. But it is not the streaming cardigan. I'm probably committing some kind of internet sin as the guy who, both in real life and on stream, dresses like a fucking cartoon character where I wear the same exact outfit every single day. This is probably some kind of sin. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna play Rush, and I'm gonna play some characters that I normally don't play. Orange. I have a blue one too. The other one that I normally wear, it is, I don't know, I got it on Amazon, but I really love that one. I love that one a lot. I think that one and this one are the same brand. I like that one a lot too. It's just a little bit heavier and it's a little bit tighter on the arms. This one's really light and it's really big on me. When this one was bought for me, I gave specific instructions that I wanted the largest size they had, or not the largest size, but I wanted a size up from whatever my size was, because I wanted it to be baggier, because I don't know. I'm wearing a cardigan to be comfy. I don't want it strangling me. But yeah, the other one's out there. And it's kind of warm out today, so this one's a little bit more lightweight. It's not as hot. I just was going to ask something. I don't remember what I was going to ask now. I don't know. Oh, if anybody hears the rumbling noise in the background, there's not a storm coming for my life. My dryer is on. I did that while I was away in the bathroom. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I think I'm gonna play some Rush matches. I might try some like Vadasi or something. I don't know. You know what I was thinking about when I was in the bathroom, because I'm weird and I think about weird things. Nobody has complained about my like stream art in like quite a while. But I remember because I didn't have this when I used to play Gigantic. And when I put up this, like, border and, like, these borders, I remember so many people were just not happy with my borders. They were, like, very, very angry at the fact that I had these borders. Man, I don't want to play Vadasi just because I don't know Vadasi's moves well enough, and I'm not going to be, like, spending half the match, like, staring at her move list. Maybe we'll play Pako. We got a lot of ranged characters. I feel like I should be somebody else. Let's be Xenobia. Yeah. That other one's like a greenish brown. I have this one, and I have a blue one that's a little bit more snug than this one. But this one's, like, super comfy. Super loose. It just kind of hangs on me like a big blanket. It's very nice. But yeah, I remember when I put up these like borders, like the stream art, and like everybody was like, when I first put them up, like everybody that came in here would always be, not everybody, like it was like 50-50. Like people would comment on it all the time. Like half of them would be like, that's really cool. It's all like hand drawn stuff. That's neat. And the other half would say that I was weird and creepy, and that like it looked like a child's stream or some shit. And I haven't gotten a comment about either of those, like either pro or against them, in like a really long time. I was thinking about that because When I was in the bathroom, I was thinking that I should do some kind of like art thing, that like I should do some kind of banner that I can throw up when I go to the bathroom. Then I can just click a thing and it'll pop up and it'll say in the bathroom or like taking a break, back in 5. Ooh, that. Ooh. And I was thinking, man, I should do one of those. And that got me thinking about the stream art. I was like, nobody's bitched about that in a while. Or told me that it was cool. You know what's sad? And, like, I miss Gerhard and stuff. Like, and I miss playing with, like, Gerhard and Tryhard and stuff. I do. And I did. But I miss a lot of my regulars from when I because Splatoon is arguably the second biggest game that I've ever streamed as far as like the number. Actually, Splatoon, as far as numbers, might actually be like the most numbers for like regular people in here that I would ever get. But I had a lot of regulars that would come in here when I streamed Splatoon, and I miss a lot of those people. Like, they were fun to play with. But, you know, I suck at Splatoon, so we ain't going. No, they're taking our thingy. Uh-oh. I mostly launched by focus so that I could get the damage buff. What is the yellow thing with wings for ears? Anyway, I don't know. I just made it. It was just a thing. I doodle a lot. Like, I have a lot of weird, like... I really like I don't know what I don't know what the official name for it is. Like, high school doodle... like the stuff you would see in like a movie if they were like trying to do like a doodly sketchy book for like a teenage artist. Like, I like that stuff. I like that look a lot. So I just sketch little things, little doodads. Sometimes I'll do shapes and the shapes turn into characters, and that's probably what that was. I'm gonna guess, like, I don't remember drawing that thing specifically, but I'm gonna guess I started drawing like that weird square shape that is the head, and then I decided it was gonna be a face. I was like, oh, this is kind of head-like, and then I probably just added the rest of it. Yeah, it looks very mechanical. I drew, like, and that's what all of it's hand drawn. All of it's in like a notebook, so it's all of it. Actually, it's right here on my desk. It's literally what I use as a mouse pad. All of it's in there. I have a little sketchbook. And that's my old sketchbook. I need to get a new one. And I just sketch little drawings and shit. And I just scan them and I put them in the computer, and then I do like editing shit to like I like Photoshop them so I get all the like the background off and shit. And then, you know, then I use them as then I'll use them as whatever. It looks neat. I think it's a different, like, I've never seen another streamer with similar fucking artwork going on their stream. And I like it. I don't draw nearly as much as I used to. When I was in high school, like, drawing was, like, a big part of my life. Like, I was always, like, an arts kid. Like, drawing. I write all the, like, I think I've talked about this before on stream. Like, if I was gonna do, like, if I had, like, a dream career, it wouldn't be YouTube, it'd be writing, it'd be getting my books published, and making money off that to live off. And, like, I don't know, writing, drawing, all that stuff has always been, like... But nobody's bitched about any of it in a while. Oh, we might actually win this. Right here. Oh, we did. I do. I don't have anything published yet. I think my goal is to self-publish. Something about the publishing industry, just like stuff I read about it, like, I don't want to get into that. Like, if I write a book, I want it to be... So I have as far as me writing, like my writing, I have about, I would say about 3 to 4 novels worth of content written. Not all those novels, like, it's spread out across several projects. I have one project, one novel. It's like I forget how many pages it is, like 350. You can do that, like print on demand stuff and like e-publishing and stuff through Amazon and through other digital, like digital. It's pretty easy to go and do like indie publishing. I have one book that is completed. My problem is that I get like, I don't know if like bored is the right way to describe it. Like, you know, when you play a character in like Gigantic for a long time, and then you're like, man, I really am tired of playing with Beckett. I think I'm going to go play with Mozu. It's kind of like that, where I'll write on a project for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then I just kind of get burnt out on it. I'm like, okay, well now we need a new project, and I'll go and I'll start writing on another project. And it kind of stacks up where I never really, I don't want to say finish anything, but it means that I don't make as progress as fast as I should on any project to actually publish anything. I have one book that is completely finished, that I've had a couple people take looks at. As far as like, I'm very guarded with my stuff because I don't have it. My grammar skills are not the best. Like, I can come up with the story, I can write all that stuff, and that stuff's good, but I'm very self-conscious about my grammar. It's not the best. Like, my spelling and stuff and like punctuation and stuff isn't always the best. But the people I've had that have read my stuff, so I'm pretty close because a lot of it's first draft stuff. So I don't let a lot of people read stuff, but the people that have, it's fun. It's fun when you can make somebody cry in like a good way, like when you can get somebody attached enough to a character that when you kill them off, like you watch like, and you watch like watching my beta readers like cry, because that sounds fucking terrible. Like, I love making people cry. I sound like a fucking masochist, but oh no, I didn't want to be Granny. It's a good thing we're playing Rush so I can switch. Maybe we'll just say fuck it. But I have one book that is completely done. I have, and that is like my biggest project in that series, because it is a series. There are six planned novels, and I have parts of all of those novels written. I have all of the, I have like pages and pages of notes for all those novels. I have pages and pages of character bios and location bios that like talk about like what this specific country's. Why am I T-Mont now? That's loopy. You know what? Let's play somebody weird that I normally don't play. Let's play like Pako. My main book, my main series is a fantasy, but it ties in a lot of comedy. It's kind of like a comedy fantasy. Adventure. It ties in a lot of elements of like the superhero genre too. But that's my main series, but it has six books and I don't know how many like little side stories or side projects that I have going for it. At one count it was 12, but I think it's gone up a little bit. Okay, I gotta remember all of Mozu's moves. So that's his slide. This is that. I wish it was the snowball, but it's what it is. We're dealing with what we're dealing with. I'm laying down a shit ton of damage. Ow. But it's a fantasy book. There's lots of comedy in there. The main character is very jokey. But the first draft is done, and I'm I think I've changed some things about the project. I think what I'm gonna do is split it down into novellas, so that it, instead of being like one long 300-page novel, I think it's gonna be I'm gonna split the first book down into 3 shorter, about 150-page. So the first book is like 450 pages ish, and I think what I'm gonna do is split it down into I'm gonna split it down into I'm gonna split it down into about 150-page novellas, I think is what I'm gonna do. And the reason for that is over the last couple of years I've read, and I've really gotten into I've read a couple novella series that I really liked, and I really like that format. I really like that length. I think to me, it's so much more digestible than like sometimes sitting down with like a 200-page book, a 300-page book, a 400-page book is just really overwhelming. Like the Murderbot franchise, I love that franchise so much. It's one of my favorite franchises now, and it's and that's novellas. And I can read a Murderbot book in one whole night. It's 150 pages typically, and they're really I just like that format a lot. I have, like, you can't see it, but on this table right behind me, there is probably like 10 books sitting there that I'm in the middle of reading, and most of them are full-length novels. Like all my novellas I burn through real quick. I'll read the whole thing in like a day. Whee! So I think I like that format more. But I'm basically about 50% of the way through my second draft on that series. My other series is a horror sci-fi action series. Those tend to be the two that I've done the most writing on. I wonder what his other builds are. I wonder if the other one has... The horror sci-fi one is probably the one that I've spent... I have a bunch of other projects too. Like, I have a bunch of other projects that aren't in those two universes that are less farther along. But the horror sci-fi one is... it is basically about a character who Is kind of a mechanic, like kind of a genius character who's like a ship mechanic type character, who was raised by this very abusive, like mad scientist character, and it deals a lot with like her trauma and like it deals a lot with her trauma though. Basically, she's older now and she's living on her own, and she ends up coming into possession of some illegal alien technology, and she basically gets put on a wanted list for it and chased across the galaxy. But the mad scientist, it deals a lot with like her trauma. It's really a book at its core. It's really a lot about like her as this victim of like childhood abuse, and like how it's affected her relationships romantically and otherwise. It is. There's a lot of like loose sci-fi stuff I play with in that one. It's kind of fun because I try to find a lot of ways, without giving away too much about it. Like I try to find a lot of ways to like incorporate like stuff like freeze rays or stuff like that. Stuff that's just like probably like real science fiction-y, but I try to incorporate it in like a more science fact kind of way. But it's a lot of fun because I get to do a lot of like, there's a lot of, I don't want to give away too much, but like, there's a lot of crazy stuff in it where I do very like pseudo-science-y stuff that I can play with in like horror ways, like technology that can like send signals to nervous systems like across like vast distances, so she can like remote pilot, like she might be able to like tap into like a creature's like brain and like take it over and fucking make them go on a rampage and murder a bunch of people in a dark ship, type stuff. It's a lot of fun because she's basically raised by like this, like the most advanced scientist in the galaxy, but the person is extremely abusive, and it deals a lot with that. It deals a lot with her trauma and her horror and her being able to like form relationships, because she starts, like I said, she goes on the run, and because she's on the run, you know, like when you're on the run, who do you trust? Who can you go to for help when you don't really trust anyone? It can be a problem. I have 4 kills and 5 deaths. Man, I'm gonna change characters just because I think if I switch to like Mozu, I think I can crack out some kills real quick. Maybe not. I think my being a tank was kind of helping my team a lot, but I feel a little off kilter as Pako. I don't want to die, I don't want to die, I don't want to die, I don't want to die. Shit. Release it soon. I will work on it. It's actually the project I have pulled up right now that I was working on last night. But that one's kind of fun because I wouldn't describe my childhood as abusive. I wouldn't. But there's definitely things about my relationship with my family and that was not great. And it gives me kind of a way to cathartically work through some of that because, you know, how do you act when the people that are raising you don't always treat you like a person? And I have a lot of friends who were in like much more abusive households than me growing up, and it kind of lets me exercise some of the stuff I know about their childhoods too, where it's like, you know, how do you, you know, when you're raised by somebody who treated you like a science experiment, who cut you open and dissected you for their own amusement, and when you know, because that's what happens to her. Like she's raised by this mad scientist who basically used her like a science experiment, who would like cut her open and put her back together, and you know, if he wanted to give her a robot arm, he'd just go chop off her arm and fucking give her a robot arm because he wanted to see how it would affect her. But at the same time, she was also expected to live up to his intelligence. She was trained to be his replacement. And so it's really interesting because she's never good enough. She's always not living up to the expectations of this person that raised her, and that's something I relate to quite a bit. It's something I dealt with a lot growing up. I'm very much a kind of a I get along with my family well now, but at the time I was very much the black sheep. A lot of stuff I did not. There's Gerhard. Did not jive with their expectations. And Pizza Face, if I get to the point where I have a draft of that ready, where I decide to do, because I think my goal is once I get to the point where I have second drafts written for everything, or for anything, that's when I'm gonna like do some alpha reads and like try to find some more people to give me feedback. If I get to that point, I will give you a ring-a-ding-ding and maybe let you read it. I don't know if that's happening today, but we're doing... This might be the longest Rush game I've ever played. Thank you, Gerhard. Hope you have a good day. I'm sorry I wasn't on earlier when you could have played. I should have been on last night, but I wasn't. I'll probably stream for a while, and then I'll probably go do some other shit, and then I think I'm going to get back up and do stream again, probably later. I think that's my plan, is just stream as much as I can this weekend. Man, I feel like we're gonna lose now. I should have just stayed on Pako. I wasn't doing that bad on Pako, was I? I was doing pretty good. Considering I haven't played Pako in ages and I don't, like, have, like, my gameplay routine figured out with him. But yeah, it's really funny. Like, the character basically is treated like a science experiment. She's also expected to kind of live up to, like, be as smart as her abusive parent. And so when she runs away, she gets in this situation where she has this technology. There's really, it really deals a lot with, like, her being hunted and chased like an animal almost. And kind of like I'm drawing a lot of, like, I'm trying to write scenes in sort of like a slasher flick kind of way, like where you have like the Jason's chasing somebody through the house and they're just like freaking out. It's dark and they can see Jason down the hallway and they're trying to get away. I'm trying to give it that kind of vibe. 6, 7, and 7. I didn't know it came out of damage. I did a shit ton of Guardian damage. I almost got 3k Guardian damage. I did way more Guardian damage than anybody else on my team. It's a shame all that experience is going to go towards T-Mot, who I did not play. No. It's just pretty much a lot of different groups. I'll say that. There's a lot of different groups. There's one main sort of antagonist who is an experiment from the mad scientist, who's basically, it's somebody else who kind of went through what she went through, but they're basically trying to find the mad scientist and kill him, and they're using this as an excuse to kind of hunt her down. And you know, the mad scientist, I guess, is also hunting her down, because she has sisters who also went through a similar shit, and he basically has the sisters out sort of hunting her down. And so she's, you know, her sisters are showing up in places and they're like, you know, you need to come home. And she's like, nah, fuck that place. That guy, you know, abused me and cut me up and treated me like shit and told me that I wasn't good enough for the longest time. And let's leave Q because I'm going to go make a Pako build. And you know, she has to make that decision. You know, do you go back to an abusive family when if your abusive family is the one place in the universe, when you're the universe's most wanted person, and it sounds like a tagline, when you're the universe's most wanted person, and you have a choice, do you go back to your abusive family if they're the one place you can go that you will be safe? Or do you, you know, try to stay away from them because you distanced yourself for a reason, you ran away for a reason? Do you go back if it means the one place that you can be safe? And, you know, that's an interesting question, and she is definitely not, she definitely, I will say she doesn't struggle with that question a lot. To her, there's no going back to that situation. And but it sucks for her because she did leave behind sisters, and the mad scientist basically pits them against each other a lot in their childhood and has them compete, and like he'll be like, okay, you all get to make a rocket ship, and whoever makes the shittiest rocket ship, that's the person I'm going to cut open and put a new bladder in tonight to see, or like I'm going to dose you with poison and see how long it takes you to go into cardiac arrest or stuff like that. And so, like, they were all in this abusive situation together, so they all have some kind of bond. But at the same time, they're also pitted against each other constantly. So she has this very strange relationship with her sisters. So when they start showing up in the book, and they're one of the many, basically just all these different groups in the galaxy are after her, it becomes this situation where, you know, she feels bad for them. She sees that they're kind of brainwashed. She sees that, you know, she sees what she could have become, and she doesn't want to go back. But she also realizes, like, she can't get them out of that situation. They're going to stay there no matter what she says, and it hurts her. There's also a lot of stuff there's a lot of flashbacks, and I don't want to talk too much about how the flashback system plays out because it ties into some of the technology stuff. But it's like half the book is that, and the other half of the book is her, probably about a third, because the book's basically split up into thirds. A third of it is like flashbacks with her as a child living with this mad scientist. A third of it is her on the run, and another third of it is her as an adult, when she first ran away from her abusive household, and she is basically living with, she basically ends up in a relationship with this girl, and it's kind of exploring like how people with trauma, and it's kind of a way for me to explore how people with trauma from like abusive situations deal with relationships. Like how do you act. Like you close yourself off. Like what processes do you have that they maybe protected you when you were in that abusive environment, but now you're out of that abusive environment and you're in a healthy relationship with a healthy human being who isn't abusive in any way, and how do your coping mechanisms from before affect those relationships, because they do. And so there's kind of this love story that's like a third of it. But from the beta readers I've had read it, or alpha readers, or whatever, that seems to be the part of the book they like the most, which is the part of the book that's like, it's fun to write that stuff, but it's interesting. Some of that's hard to write because like a lot of it is like, I'll take coping mechanisms that I know I do, and I throw them at her. Like I'm a workaholic. Like I work as much overtime as I can. I work all the time. And when I'm at home, I like to, I'm either at a dead stop doing nothing and like playing video games or chilling on the couch, or I'm up and I have to be doing a project. Like there's no in between. And preferably out of anything, I'd like to be at work making money. And I project that a lot onto her. Like science and tinkering around with stuff and engineering is like her passion, but it is the one way growing up that she could kind of, I need to work on this build. Let's see. After you use another skill for 3 seconds, you get plus 50% damage. Damn, that's a lot. 100 to frozen enemies. Increases travel speed and range. Increases duration. I wonder if that also increases the duration of the snowball if you take the snowball route. It's a fun book. Like I said, I'm really attached to the character because it's a lot of that one specific. The other one too, because the other one, for different reasons, but it's really fun dealing with that stuff because she's just she's distant. She distances herself and she works a lot, and you know, stuff like that. Like I wrote a scene a while back where she meets her girlfriend's parents for the first time, and she's dressing. They're going to, like, it's not a fancy place. They're going to a zoo, and she's dressing up really fancy. And her girlfriend asks her, she's like, "Well, why are you dressing up so fancy? We're going to a zoo. It's going to be dirty. You know, it's like, it's not the fanciest place on earth. You don't need to dress to the nines." And she goes, like, this is the only normal family time I've ever had in my entire life, with just like a normal family. And it's like, writing scenes like that, it kind of hits. It's kind of like, when you grow up in a situation where it's like, it's kind of shitty. You look around and, you sometimes you spend time with other families and you go, fuck, this is what normal's like. Your parents don't judge you for what you do. Your parents don't judge you for, sitting around and, writing a book, for example. The last time I tried to tell my mother what I was doing when I was writing a lot a while back, she asked me what I was doing one weekend. I said, "Well, I'm at home writing," and she immediately just changed the subject because she didn't want to talk about it. And it's just like, it's too relatable sometimes. But that's what you do. You draw from what you know. But then, then it just radically shifts, though, because then I'll go into, like, an action scene. I try to, like, because some of the action scenes are very action-y and they're very kind of anime-esque. But I always try to draw them back to, like, I always want them to feel like, I always try to find, I'm trying to, because it's not all the way done. It's about 50% of the way done with the first draft. I'm trying to find ways to make all the action scenes also feel like, give them a horror vibe. Like, I want them to feel, like I said, like, I want them to feel like she is in this situation where she is being hunted and chased And she's not, she might be one of the smartest people in the galaxy, but she's not in a situation where she can win. Lingering effects. What is this? Frost path. Blah, 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 blah. Increases movement speed and bust freeze duration. We're gonna do that. Plus 10% damage, plus 10% backstab damage. Once every 20 seconds, dodge purifies debuffs. Gains immunity to weakness. That's really good. As a passive. Recovers twice as fast from daze. For 3 seconds. After using Breath of Frozen Air. That's really good too. 150 for 3 seconds. That's 450 450 health back. 25% degen resistance. That's pretty good. I think we're going to go this side. We're going to do that. Roll forward within 3 seconds. Explosion. Damage for 50. Negative 20% movement speed. Dazes on hit for 1 second / interrupts. Weakens 25% damage for 3 seconds. Oh, would I rather have the daze interrupt or the weaken? I think the daze interrupt is better for rush because you're going to have to be pushing people off points when they're collecting shit. Heal self for 60 per second for the whole. That's really good. Oh, man. Do I go the healing side or do I go the damage side? What did I do for this? I want the attack. So maybe I'll go the healing side on this. I like this bowling thing way too much, though. I like the snowball move. No, she's just very... My mother is... My whole family, really, is... There are... The cookie cutter Americans. Normal is the best thing you can be. The less you stand out, the less they want you to have a normal 9 to 5. They want you to have the white picket fence. They want you to go to church on Sundays. They want you to. So I mean, she's not creative at all, but it goes so much deeper than that. And it's really just like they want you to have like the good grades. They want you to go to the college. They want you to, do all that stuff. And it's very important to them. And it's something that I've never been good at. Like school was very, very, very hard for me. Create a ice buff. Would I rather have the ice buff or the damage buff? Oof. I'm thinking ice. I think we're gonna go ice. We might edit this after we go into a match, and I hate it. So the only thing that changes here is like the freeze effect hits after a half a second sooner. I don't know if half a second is really worth it. We're going to go with the healing. And then let's go to the snowball. On direct hit. Sticks to enemies, explodes faster, and buffs damage. This is a freeze duration. Focus gain. On full charge size, increase explosion. At 4.5, it deals 200 per hit. Deals 60 damage. Plus 60 damage per enemy hit. Stacks twice. So we're going to do that. But yeah, my family, and I get along with my family really well now. But when I was in school, I was not a very... School was really hard for me. It's really hard for me to be in an environment where I don't see immediate, or relatively immediate benefit. So like work is really easy for me because I go to work and I know on Friday, like today, I need to contact my nephews today and ask what they want for their birthday. But I know, that was probably loud. I'm sorry. I know every week on Friday I'm going to get a paycheck. And that makes going to work really easy for me. And I know that the more I work, the bigger that paycheck's going to be. And I know that paycheck is going to directly affect my life. And I know that paycheck is, as soon as Friday hits, which is, well, today, but next Friday even, that's 7 days away, I'm going to get a paycheck. It's going to immediately affect my life. It's going to pay my bills, keep my lights on. It's going to keep my house. It's going to feed me. It's going to buy me video games. It's going to directly affect my life immediately. School is, to me, you really don't see any direct impact on your life with school until you graduate. And even then, it's until you find a job in that specific field, right? And so school was very, very difficult for me growing up because it's very hard for, I thought I hit ready. I did hit ready. What's it doing? Did the game freeze? What was that? Okay, there it goes. Oh, there's an error. Let's quit. Let's go to this. I've been playing Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk's great, by the way. I love Cyberpunk. It's so much better now. That they've patched it and all the stuff they've done to it. But school was really, really hard for me. And my family was very blunt when I was a teenager with their disappointment in me. And the fact that I did not do well in school. I'll just say they were very, very honest in their disappointment a lot of times, and it was very, very hard. I've been very, I will say, on the extreme end of depression a couple of times in my life. And twice it was when I was a teenager. And a lot of it had to do with the fact that I didn't have a support system. Like, my parents were really good about finding ways to try to open opportunities for me to do more at school so that I would pass. But they were very bad about trying to understand or figure out why I wasn't passing in the first place. And sometimes I'm just plain bad at school. I am terrible at math. Can't do math at all. To this day, I can't do math. I'm at least a little bit dyslexic, and it really, really, I don't know if that has shit to do with it, but I didn't realize it until like the last 2 or 3 years. But I am 99% sure that I am at least a little bit dyslexic, and it mostly affects me when I'm reading numbers. And so math is just really hard for me. It always has been. It's just a subject that I've never been good at. And my family was pretty much, you need to stop being a fucking idiot, and you need to do this shit, and you need to focus. And, you're making us look bad. I heard that a lot. You're making us look bad. But that's just how they are. Like, they want you to fit into that mold. And if you're not fitting into that mold, you're not doing good in school, you don't have the job and the house and the kids. And a lot of those things, I won't ever have kids or anything, but some of that stuff I have now. And so some of that relationship is kind of some of their criticism has kind of gone away. But unstandard stuff like that, like the idea that I would stream video games or the idea that I would write a book is just very it's too out of left field for my mother. Like it's not even my mother, my family in general. My dad's a little bit better about that stuff, but my dad's not a very touchy-feely guy, so so even my dad, like, but my dad's not a very touchy-feely guy, so it's you know, he's not supportive, but he's not as unsupportive. So, but when you're not hyping somebody up, I mean, even if you're not hurting them, sometimes the silence hurts just as much in its own way. But it sucks getting told sometimes that, you know, like, basically that you're stupid or that you're lazy and you're just not trying. When you hear that every single day, all day, every single day, it fucks with your psyche a lot. But yeah, so she just, like, my family, I just don't. It's something that I try to be honest about when I talk to people, but it's something that also, like, I know not everybody wants to hear doom and gloom stuff. But it's something I try to be honest with, especially with young people. Like, I work with a couple people that are pretty young, and, like, I always try to be honest with them. I'm like, you know, don't worry if you're having a bad day. My early 20s suck too. Like, that's probably why I moved in my... But I don't know. I'm trying to stay on topic of what you had asked. And the answer is no. My mother is not... She's not creative. She does not really see the use in creativity stuff. The depth of the theme... Like, I'm not... I don't ever expect to be, like, the Jake... Like the Tolkien or, like, the fucking... Rawlings of anything, or I don't ever expect my anything I write to feel like it has like some extreme amazing depth to it, or like it's some great work of art, right? And like I just don't have the self-confidence in myself for that. Maybe some people think that. Maybe some people will read my shit and be like, oh my god, this guy, he knows what he's fucking talking about. He nailed suicidal depression or whatever. But you know, but I don't know. So like, I don't expect my works to be super deep, but my parents are the type of people, like both of them, at least in that regard. Like, if you show them something artsy, like they wouldn't see the depth in it. Like they would get like bang bang shoot shoot. That's what they get out of it. Or like, oh, that's a cute couple. Like, yeah, but what about that couple's, you know, like, what about their mental struggles and how they relate and how... And how, you know, how does his job affect them and how... You know, I am just doing terrible with Pako. We're gonna change characters. Oh, I should probably change builds. But yeah, so it's so weird talking, but like, they've never really been interested in any of my side stuff. I worked for a video. I've talked about this a million times on stream. But I don't ever expect anybody to remember this shit. Like, I worked for a video game website in my early 20s. It was a social media platform dedicated to video gamers. It was one of the first of its kind. And it meant I basically got to play video games as sort of a side hustle. And it was a really cool experience. And it was something that was really awesome. Imagine going from, like, you know, your teenage years, being in school, and being told, you know, like, hey, you can come join this group and you can play video games and get benefits from it. And I didn't get paid for it. I got paid in a lot of, like, side stuff. Like, I got some cool equipment out of it, and I'd get, like, perks and stuff. 1 minute. So, I'm gonna have to get off streaming here after this match. I don't even remember what point I was making. But, oh yeah, so anyway, yeah, I worked for a very small company that was basically, at the time, they were a fairly decent size, but it was a video game social networking thing, and I got to run and host tournaments for them, and I got to do like social media management for them, and I got experience in that, and for doing social media for a fairly large company, and I got to do not like a super large company, but like a medium, you know, it's a small size company. And I got to do a lot of cool experience. I got to run video game tournaments. I got to run social media management. I got to do like community management type stuff, where, you know, like moderating stuff, and I got to do a lot of cool. I got a lot of cool experiences out of that, and it, like, in a way, it was like a dream job, right? Like, I don't know if I ever want to be a full-time video game YouTuber, but if I could go back to doing something like that, where I wasn't like the public-facing image, where I could just set up tournaments for games that I really like, and we could play them, and, you know, you could come in and win a $50 gift card every week. That would be fucking amazing. I loved that experience. It was such a cool thing to get to do. It was like my dream job. I got it right out of high school, and it never got to the point where the company was making enough money to pay me, and that sucked. But otherwise, it was like this opportunity to do something that, like, I didn't have to go to school for, and it was just like my dream job. But it was like, you know, my parents they just thought it was the dumbest thing on earth, and neither of them understood it or got it in any way, or cared about it if I ever talked about it. And it's kind of the same thing with my writing. It just kind of turns into this thing where they don't really care. I'm the best Mozu. Get out of my way. Whew. I tore up Laren in that. Man, I really don't want to quit this match, but I also have to go. I have to go pick somebody up, so. Can I get a triple kill? Oh, God, he's so fucking close to death. Damn it. Oh, my God, I'm so close to the triple kill. Oh. Maybe someday they'll change their minds. Like I said, I think my dad, I think he would get it. I think he kind of gets that stuff. But he's just not. He's not a touchy-feely like guy. He's not like a real deep guy. He's the real stereotypical American man's man. Going out on the rain. He's much more into like. My dad actually did read for a long time. My parents asked me a while back. They sat me down and they go, you know, we're gonna die someday. I thought, yeah, that makes sense. And they said, you know, what do you want if we die? And I said, well, you're both broke. So I said, I ain't going to get no money out of this. And they said, well, what do you want from around the house? And I said, the only thing I want is my dad's book collection. And my dad hasn't read since I was a little kid. He got diabetes when he was in his 30s. And it fucked his eyes up real bad when he first got it. And he quit reading. And his eyes are better now. But at the time, when he first got it, he couldn't see. And I know I got to make light of it. But I said the only thing I want is my dad's book collection. My dad used to read a lot. It was all like stereotypical stuff. Like he has the entire he has the Conan collection, and he has like all the old Conan books and all the old like he has the entire like Tarzan collection of books. And, we're gonna go over here and sit in this doorway, because I've had really good luck in a couple of matches just chilling out in this door. Wow, they didn't see me. That's great. Oh, I got another kill. I got another Highlander. Awesome. But yeah, he has like all the old Conan books, and he had like the whole series of all the Conan books from the like whenever those were written in the 60s, 70s. And he had all the Tarzan books when they were written in like the 30s. He had all those. I have siblings, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they don't have a lot. My parents aren't like super rich or anything, so I won't get a lot out of it. But yeah, I don't know what my siblings even asked for. I think my sister asked for some shit she wanted. There's more I really want my grandma's house if my grandma ever dies, but I probably won't get it. I probably won't have the money to buy it. And I don't think my family's just going to give it to me because I know how they are. Anyway, that match is done. Let's see what I got. 8 kills, 1 death, 6 assists, 27k damage, almost, not quite 28. And almost 3k Guardian damage. Damn, that's the game of the day. I will probably stream again when I get home, but I have to go right now. So, ta-ta for now. Pizza Face, I will see you later. Have a good night if you're not here when I come back and start streaming again. Ta-ta, sir.